Good evening, Chair Howerton. Good evening. Good evening, Chair Howerton. It is after 7:02. We can get started with the meeting. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Today is November 14th, 2022, Board of County Commissioners meeting. I will call this meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone to the November 14th regular session. But before we begin, I'd like to announce that we are now offering a hybrid option where we are welcoming residents and staff to stream and participate online. At this time, I will read the public charge. The Board of Commissioners asks its members and citizens to conduct themselves in a respectful, courteous manner, both with the board and fellow citizens. At any time, should any member of the board or any citizen fail to observe this public charge, the chair will ask the offending person to leave the meeting until that individual regains personal control. Should decorum fail to be restored, the chair will recess the meeting until such time that a genuine commitment to the public charge is observed. We'll start by our Pledge of Allegiance, and I will ask Commissioner Alamu if you will lead us in that Pledge of Allegiance, if you will stand with us. Commissioners, are there any agenda adjustments? Hearing none, I'd like to remind the board that and the public that Commissioner Burns and Commissioner Carter requested an excused absence for tonight's meeting. And if the commissioners have no agenda adjustments, we will move on to our clerk reading our announcements tonight. So, Ms. Wallace, if you will read those for us.
Good evening, board and public. I will read the announcements that are on tonight's agenda. BOCC Public Health COVID-19 Vaccination Clinic hours. The walk-in COVID-19 vaccination clinic at the Durham County Department of Public Health, located at 414 East Main Street, have the following hours for your free vaccination: Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. All approved doses are available. Please note that clinics are closed between 11:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. You can visit decopublichealth.org/COVID vaccines or call 919-560-9217 for additional information. Flu vaccines are also available at DECO Public Health. The first and most important step in preventing flu is to get a flu shot each year. Call your Durham County Department of Public Health at 919-560-7608 to get your flu shot. For additional locations, you can visit www.vaccines.gov/find-vaccines. Holistic Wellness Fair. Join us Sunday, November 20th from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Southern School of Energy and Sustainability, located at 800 Clayton Road, for an event filled with opportunities to learn more about the spectrum of mental health care. The event is free and open to the public. There will also be snacks, beverages, childcare, and giveaways available at no charge. There is no link on the flyer. However, there is a QR code and the information will be made available online. Town hall meetings about the Alliance Health Tailored Plan. Here's your chance to share feedback and ask questions about the Medicaid Tailored Plan and the Tailored Care Management Benefit. Alliance Health will be sponsoring town hall meetings in several counties, including Durham, on Monday, November 28th, from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Community Family Life and Recreation Center at Lyon Park, located at 1309 Haley Street. Registration is not required, and additional information can be found at alliancehealthplan.org website. Durham Recycles webinar. Celebrate America Recycles Day on Tuesday, November 15th with Keep Durham Beautiful by learning more about how, what, and where to recycle in the city and county of Durham. Representatives from the City of Durham, Durham County Solid Waste Division, Shamar Recycling, and Sunoco will discuss best practices, what can and can't be recycled, and what to do with those harder to recycle items. Webinar is available from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., and there is a site to sign up for the virtual session on our agenda. Innovate Durham Demo Day. Everyone is invited to come out to the 2022 Innovate Durham Demo Day on Wednesday, November 16th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Durham County Main Library located at 300 North Roxborough Street. This year's cohort features 5 local businesses that have ideas and products that will transform the way Durham County and the City of Durham governments tackle issues of sustainability, mental health, technological advancements, creating opportunities for community members to thrive in digitally challenging atmospheres, and more. There is an Eventbrite link to sign up for free tickets. Welcome Baby Coat Drive. The Welcome Baby Durham program is holding its 10th annual Winter Coat Drive from now until January 6, 2023. For this milestone anniversary, we want to collect and distribute 400 coats to our youngest county residents. Donate gently used or new coats sizes newborn to 8 years old at Cooperative Extension located at 721 Foster Street or at any Durham County Library site. If community members or organizations would like to partner with Welcome Baby to host a mini coat drive or establish a drop-off location, to get more information, please contact Welcome Baby at 919-560-7319 or email ckriley@dconc.gov. Check out the updated comprehensive plan, policies, place type guide, and place type map. The Durham City County Planning Department has released a revised version of the comprehensive plan policies, the place type guide, and the place type map. This revision incorporates resident and staff feedback. Stay tuned for a release of the full draft comprehensive plan and the final engagement phase beginning in January 2023. You can visit engagedurham.com/comprehensive plan to review the latest draft and to sign up for updates. Durham Low Income Homeowners Relief Program. The new and improved Low Income Homeowners Relief Program provides property tax help on current taxes for eligible homeowners. Tax assistance is based upon a 3-tiered income model and other improvements. You can apply before January 31st, 2023 at dconc.gov/DSS, or you can call 919-560-8000 for an appointment. And lastly, sign up for your free solar installation estimate. Durham County encourages residents and businesses to sign up for a free estimate for a solar installation through the Solarize the Triangle program. Prices are 25% lower than the program, and the trustworthy installer has been selected. The more who sign up, the lower the cost is for everyone. Please visit solarizethetriangle.com for information and to sign up, or call. You can dial 919-560-7999 before December 31st. That concludes the announcements on our agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Wallace. Are there other announcements? Commissioner James.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to add, I know that we're going to add to the announcement number 3 about the wellness fair, but the website to register for that is www.wholeschools.org/fair. And Monica, I just emailed. And the other thing I just wanted to mention is just the great news about our bond referendum, and just wanted to acknowledge that our community overwhelmingly supported the bond, and I'm grateful to our staff and to the bond committee and to the Durham community. It is really going to be transformative to see what is going to be possible thanks to the bond. So just wanted to make sure that everyone in the community knew that wonderful news. Thank you.
There are a couple of things I want to mention, given that I was out of the country for Veterans Day, just acknowledging that that celebration, even though I wasn't here, was being celebrated in Brussels where I was, and I'll mention a little bit more about that in a minute. Also, this month is Diabetes Awareness Month. There are a couple of announcements and acknowledgments that I pulled today, Monica, that I wanted to mention. Diabetes Awareness Month, provide patients and their families with easy to understand, accurate diabetes awareness materials. They wanted to just lift that up, and it's also National Home Care and Hospice Month. This month celebrates a lot of care and parental involvement days and Alzheimer awareness month as well. So there are a lot of things that asking us to pay attention to for this month and around our health and well-being. And I can pass those to the clerk later. So I just returned on yesterday from trip to Brussels, and the trip to Brussels was regarding the North Carolina USA Games bid, and a delegation was sent to Brussels to compete for those games to be here in 27 in between Raleigh, Durham, Cary, and the Greensboro area. We did not bring it back to our dismay, but we gave it all we had. And it was an honor and a privilege to be able to go and to represent Durham. Hopefully we are still in the running for, if not 27, 29. So there's still conversation going on. And we are all a little disappointed that we didn't bring it back for 27. But you better believe Hill Carroll, Marianne Baldwin from Raleigh, and several others from the college, from our sports team here in Durham, all gave it 110%, and we're proud of our attempt to make it happen. It just didn't happen. When you are dealing with, it's just like anything else. When you go in competition, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. But you better believe we gave it all we had. Right. So,
Madam Chair,
yes.
I did have one announcement that I forgot. Wanted to share that you reminded me with your announcements that this Sunday is Transgender Day of Remembrance. It's a day to remember and recognize transgender individuals whose lives have been lost due to acts of violence. And so for us to all as a county recognize those lives and work as a governing body to make sure that all of our community members feel safe.
Thank you. All right, we will move on to, we have minutes. Commissioners, we have minutes before us for October 10th and October 22nd for our regular sessions. Do I have a motion, or are there any comments regarding those two items?
I would move to approve the October 10th and October 24th regular meeting minutes.
Second.
Moved in second. We'll have a roll call.
Commissioner Alam,
Aye.
Vice Chair Jacob,
Aye.
Chair Howerton.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0. Our next item is our ceremonial items, 220649. Recognition of Carlotta Fielder in the General Services Solid Waste Division for receiving the Mike Sidwell Award for North Carolina Solid Waste Enforcement Officer of the Year. And who's here to present that award? Do we have?
Chair Howerton, we have her
We
supervisors.
have a team of people. I'm sorry.
I was just stating, we have her supervisors along with Caleb Sinclair,
Okay.
President of NCSWEOA, here to present the award.
Okay, we have a group of people. So if you will start to introduce yourselves, we appreciate it.
I'm Atrio Kiambiro. I'm the Director for General Services, and Solid Waste is one of our sections. And I'd like to introduce to you the individual who actually nominated Charlita Felder for this award. That is Chrissy Koravui, who is our solid waste supervisor and manager over the programs in solid waste.
Thanks. So as Charlita's supervisor, it was my privilege to submit her nomination for the Mike Stillwell Award, and so I'll go over and share with you all what was in that nomination. So Charlita has been with Durham County for 4 years. Prior to working with Durham County, she worked with the District of Columbia's Public Works Division as a solid waste investigator for 29 years. Initially hired with us as a solid waste crew leader, Charlita immediately began assisting with the solid waste investigations due to her experience. At the time, the system for documenting investigations was with paper files and a file cabinet. Each warning and notice of violation was typed up individually in Word. Charlita shared with us how in DC, they had an online program where they could enter updates and photos and issue violations with just a few clicks, and it sounded a whole lot better than what we were doing. So based on her descriptions, we found several companies that provided a similar product and entered into a contract with Go Enforce. That system has greatly improved our ability to follow cases and maintain documentation. Charlita has been able to successfully close both large and small cases. In 2018, on routine patrols, staff observed a large tire dump of approximately 500 tires. Charlita worked with the previous operations supervisor to set up a deer camera in that area, and with that, they captured a picture of the truck from a local tire business. Charlita took the pictures to the business and compared the pictures to the truck that was parked in their yard. She gave the owner a deadline to have the tires removed and disposed of properly, and in a few weeks, all 500 tires were removed. In 2019, Charlita came across another large illegal dump on the side of the road. She went through the trash and discovered information identifying an out-of-town business. She contacted that business owner, had a strong conversation, and he sent staff the same day to remove the debris. In 2019, Charlita was promoted to the solid waste operations supervisor and became the lead solid waste investigator. She has continued to see success in her work. She sends her staff out weekly to conduct roadside litter cleanups. In the last fiscal year, her staff of 6 conducted 100 roadside cleanups. Earlier this year, while driving to a different illegal dump, Charlita stumbled upon a contractor illegally dumping near a construction area. Charlita and staff pulled over, blocked their vehicle, and called 911. The violators were issued a ticket from law enforcement, and the case went to court. Charlita testified it and provided documentation, and they were found guilty and required to pay damages. Charlita also shows up for our citizens outside of litter control. While driving between roadside cleanups, Charlita observed an elderly resident sitting on the side of the road near a disabled vehicle. She pulled over to check on the resident and used her flashers to protect the citizen's vehicle. The resident stated that her battery had died and that she was waiting for a family member. Charlita called her staff to wait with the resident, and 2 of her staff were able to determine what the issue was with the battery. When the family member came, they told him what kind of battery to purchase, and then when he brought that back, they installed the battery for him. And you all may remember this story because they were recognized here a few months ago. So these are just a few examples of the many great accomplishments that Charlita has had within Durham County, but I had to keep the nomination down to one page. And so at this point, I'm going to turn over to Caleb Sinclair, who's the president of the North Carolina Solid Waste Enforcement Officers Association, and he's going to share a little bit more about that association and the award.
Madam Chairwoman, Commissioners, and management team, it's truly my honor to be here with you this evening. The North Carolina Solid Waste Enforcement Officers Association, mouthful, right, is an organization dedicated to helping support those who provide code enforcement and enforce the litter laws of North Carolina in their jurisdictions. We really want to help those public servants help us properly manage solid waste. And if you drive anywhere in this state or any other state, it's hard not to see what's going on the roadside. I feel like this is a very important charge, and we are so happy to have Charlita as one of our newest members. When we receive nominations for this Mike Stillwell Award, generally, those of you who have served on committees understand that you tend to have to wrestle each other for the cream to rise to the top. But this year it was super easy because Charlita exemplifies those virtues that we look for the epitome of public service, right? And we're so happy to be here this evening. Thank you for allowing me to help present this award to Charlita Felder, the 2022 Solid Waste Enforcement Officer of the Year Award.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and congratulations. Commissioners, any comments? Commissioner Jacobs?
Congratulations, Charlita.
Thank you.
So well deserved. And thank you, Mr. Sinclair, for being here to present this in person with us. Thank you, Chrissy, for nominating Charlita. What a beautiful nomination tribute. And I have personally worked with Charlita on some cleanups, and it has always been a pleasure to work with you. You really exemplify leadership for Durham County. I mean, in everything that you do, your problem solving, your caring approach, the way that you work with people to try to resolve the issue rather than going directly to the punitive option, and you're effective. And for many of our rural residents, this is the one issue that I hear the most about is trash on the roads, and people are frustrated. That's why we passed a nuisance ordinance several years ago, our board, and it's one thing to pass an ordinance, but then it's another thing to actually be able to enforce it. And it's also a water quality issue, a quality of life issue for people. So thank you so much for bringing all of your expertise and talents to Durham County government. We really appreciate you, and congratulations.
Alam?
I would just like to add on to the thanks of, serving Durham County and being both you as well as Chrissy. Thank you for submitting this nomination. I can't imagine if you were able to fit that much in one page, how much didn't fit that page. But Charlita, thank you for being a leader for your team and exemplifying for them how to be the best servants for Durham County. And it's really an example for us commissioners as well to be able to see how hard our team members are working to make Durham County a better place for everyone. And it makes our jobs easier when we have such amazing staff. Just really appreciative of that, and thank you.
So thank you again, all of you, and thank you, team, and Mo, thank you also for just being involved in such an extraordinary idea for Durham County. Thanks a bunch. Thank you, Mr. Sinclair. Okay, commissioners, we are down to our consent agenda. We have 23 items on the agenda. These are items that we have previously gone through at our regular work sessions. Are there any items that need to be pulled? Hearing none, I will ask for a motion for approval.
Madam Chair, I move for approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. And if I can have a roll call by the clerk, please.
Commissioner Alam,
Aye.
Vice Chair Jacobs,
Aye.
Chair Howerton.
Aye. The consent agenda is approved 3-0. The next item is a public hearing, 220670, consolidated item, Mason Farms Major Special Use Permit, Quasar Judicial Hearing Continuance. The board is requesting to open and continue a Quasar Judicial Hearing for a major special use permit for a community wastewater system for the Mason Farms Conservation Subdivision pursuant to Unified Development Ordinance 12.7.1C. And at this time, I'd like to open the public hearing and entertain a motion to continue major special permit case for M2200001, Mason Farms Community Wastewater System, to the November 28th, 2022 regular session meeting. I need a motion and a second. Move this to the 28th.
Madam Chair, I'd like to reiterate the motion to continue the special use permit for case M2200001, Mason Farms Community Wastewater System, to the November 28th, 2022 meeting.
Okay, it has been moved and properly seconded. And a verbal vote from the clerk.
Commissioner Alam, Vice Chair Jacobs,
Aye.
Chair Howerton.
Aye. And approved 3-0. So that brings us to the close of our meeting, commissioners, except for a closed hearing and for the public. Thank you so much for being here. This is probably the quickest meeting we've ever had. So, we will be going into closed session. So the board is requested to adjourn into closed session to consider the qualification, competence, performance, character, fitness, condition of an appointment, or condition of an initial employment of an individual public officer or employee or prospective public officer or employee, or to hear or investigate a complaint, charge, or grievance by or against an individual public officer or employee pursuant to GS 143-318.11A6. I will entertain a motion to move into closed session.
Madam Chair, I move that we move into closed session for the reasons stated.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. The clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Alam,
Aye.
Vice Chair Jacobs, Chair Howerton.
Aye. It's passes 3-0. We are in closed session. Can't believe it. So we've met in closed session. We met in closed session. Directions to staff, no action needs to be taken. I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
I want to stay here. I motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second to adjourn. Clerk, call the roll.
Commissioner Alam,
Aye.
Vice Chair Jacob, Chair Howerton.
Aye. We are adjourned.